4, 3, 2, 1. Ah, es el festival ahora. Oh. Bueno, luego cambia la calidad. Un momento más. Vale. Espera, ¿ha salido Dahlia? No estaba mirando. ¡No estaba mirando! ¡No estaba mirando! Vaya, eso. Dahlia, 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 Dahlia. Vale, Escoffier. Ok. En japonés. ¿Tampoco hay voz de Escoffier? ¿O eso es normal? No, no. Epha en Fontaine. Vale, y Ororo. Interesante. Ah, es verdad que Epha todavía no había salido. De verdad. Se me olvida que Epha todavía no es jugable. Ya lo he ignorado tanto. Es tan irrelevante. ¡Ojo, Kinitz también! Choque de culturas. Remuria. Gloria al rey divino. Voy a tener que hacer Remuria. Vente. Ay, 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 ay. Dahlia. Ay, ay, ay. Redotir. Buscar la verdad. Ay, ay, ay. Albedo. Ah, ese es de verdad. Ay, 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 que sí que hay, que sí que hay. ¡Ojo! ¡Que sí que hay historia! ¡Uy, uy, 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 uy! ¡Uy! ¡Dilo que cae ella! Albedo acusado. Asesinatos. ¡Ojo, ojo, ojo! ¡Ah! Perdón. Se ha sabido. ¡Ay! 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 ¡Tiene el pelo rosa! ¡Ay! 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 ¡Uf! ¡Uf! ¡Ay! ¡Ay! Por favor, que acabe ya, quiero volver a verlo. Que acabe ya, por favor. Que acabe ya todo. Quiero volver ahí, por favor. Ay, por favor. Ay, 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 qué mareo, estoy mareado. Uf. Uf. ¿Eh? Nubilet ha sido apuñalado. ¿Qué está pasando? ¿Qué está pasando? ¿Qué está pasando aquí? ¿Qué es esto? Este es el cine del que hablaban. Bueno. Es un chingo de lore. Ay, 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 ay. ¿Barbot? ¿Este quién es? ¡Varka! ¡Ay! Pero bueno, pero ¿qué es esto? ¡Ay, Dios mío! ¿La voz de Varka? Confirmada, ¿pero qué es esto? ¡Ay, Dios mío! ¡Ay, Dios mío! ¿Pero qué es esto? Renedotir, Dahlia, Varka, Nubilet. ¡Ay! ¡Uf! ¡Ay, qué calor! ¡Ay, qué calor! El código es Genshin Impact 5, o sea, GI. ¡Ay, Dios mío! Tengo en mi cuerpo ahora mismo una serie de temperaturas. Pone GI pone GI. Lo que no veis es GI 56. Oh. Uf. Hola, Arma, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Ay, Dios mío. Ay, Dios mío, Lore del bueno. Ay, 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 Dios mío. Voy a cambiar la calidad. Ay, 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 ay. ¿Qué ha pasado? Muchas cosas. Ay, ay, cosas. A ver, es que no ha salido, pero... ¡Ay, ha salido Dahlia! Ha salido Dahlia. Vale. Menciona Varka. Menciona Varka, menciona Varka. Albedo sus... Creo que no ha salido sus, luego lo... Vale. Uf. Ay. De verdad, me ha dado un bajón de tensión.
Welcome to the Genshin
Es verdad,
Impact
no,
version
no,
5.6 special program.
Vale.
I'm Jane Jackson, the voice of Varka.
Ah, mira,
and I
ha vuelto
have
Varys.
two awesome co-hosts with me today.
Uf.
Why don't you introduce yourselves?
What up, my dudes? My name is Johnny LaQuasto, and I'm the voice of Epha.
My dudes.
Hey, your turn.
Hello everyone, my name is Emily Cass and I voice Escoffier. I'm so excited to be here.
And I am so excited to be hosting alongside you two today.
Tantas cosas que no me he enterado ni de la mitad.
The way your chibi's tail moves around is so cool.
Oh, actually, it's not a tail. It's a self-adapting movement signal tracking support mech. It's a piece of tech, basically. It helps Escoffier in the kitchen and in combat. It's one of her essential utensils.
But it looks so much like a tail.
Yeah, a lot of people think
Muy
that.
inglés.
And considering how it looks, people even call Escoffier a demon chef.
No es cola, de verdad.
Okay, that seems a little extreme.
No es cola de verdad.
Yeah, I'd say so too. But honestly, I don't know much about Escoffier. Can you tell us more about her, Emily?
Absolutely. Let's take a look at her profile. Escoffier used to be the head chef at the Hotel de Bois.
Oh,
Cool. Perdón,
The
luego
hotel is
luego
famous for the
seguimos.
extremely popular and
¿Dónde está?
exclusive
Aquí.
Gâteau de Bois.
Wow.
Perdón.
Yeah, only a limited amount of slices are available per day. Escoffier is a master of precision gastronomy, which means she approaches cooking as a science. She even develops advanced mecha to use in her cooking process.
wow, that's some dedication to her craft.
Of course, in Escoffier's kitchen, no dish is ready to be served until it has her stamp of approval. And when she likes something, she gets completely lost in the flavors. It looks almost like she's in heaven.
That sounds incredible, but what if
Esos
she
más
doesn't
pequeños.
like it?
Oh, then she'd probably say something
No, sí está bien, está bien.
like...
You thought cream of mushroom soup was ready to serve after 3.5 minutes on the stove. You'd have had more sense serving hot water with ice cubes. At least then you wouldn't have wasted all this perfectly good cream and mushroom.
Wow, intense.
I promise Escoffier is actually very well-mannered most of the time. But when it comes to food, she couldn't be more
Que hay mucha gente que está en
strict.
móvil y eso yo.
It's all for good reason, though. Escoffier believes her mission as a chef is to make haute cuisine accessible to all. So she's not just strict on other people, she demands perfection from herself too. Because that's the only way to make her dream a reality.
Porque está
Oh, is that why
Fulina.
she develops all those cooking mecha?
That's right. With their help, even people who are short on time or cooking skills can be capable
Sello de
of
calidad de
making a good
Furrina.
meal.
Ha, okay. That feels like
El
a personal
diácono,
call-out.
hogar de la iglesia.
But seriously, though, I'm telling you, I could use something exactly like that.
Same here. Emily, you said Escoffier used to be the head chef at the Hotel de Bois. Does that mean she doesn't work there anymore?
Yeah, that's right. She even had to spend time in the Fortress of Meripede.
The Fortress of Meripede? What happened?
We can't divulge the details right now,
Dices,
but
Maxi Gaming,
all will
pero
be
no.
revealed in Escoffier's story quest, treasured
historia de
above
Escoffier.
all. So be sure to check it out if you're interested, travellers. You'll also be rewarded with extra Ascension materials for Escoffier. Oh,
Madre mía,
and
Nacho, aquí,
travellers will
madre
get to
mía.
take part in a one-of-a-kind culinary showdown in this quest. Not only will travellers get to experience Escoffier's
Estuvo
mentorship
presa.
firsthand, but special guests will also make an appearance.
Special guest, nice. Huh. Okay,
Master
I see
chef.
blubber beasts and romaritime flowers. Wait, do we have to cook 4 blubber beasts using romaritime flowers? That's not much to work with.
All
O sea,
I
sí
can
que historia de
say is
Arconte.
trust in
De evento no creo
Escoffier.
que sea de evento
She
eso.
can work
Historia de Arconte
wonders.
Oh,
monster.
I'm definitely a believer. Okay, so we know what she can do in the kitchen, but what about on the battlefield?
Right, let's get into it. Escoffier wields a cryovision and is a powerful addition to freeze-focused teams. which brings us to one of her talents.
Ay, Varka,
When Escoffier's elemental skill or elemental burst hits an enemy, she
No
can
puedo parar de
reduce their
pensar en
resistance
todo lo de
to
antes.
hydro and cryo damage. The more hydro and cryo characters in the party, the greater the reduction.
Okay. So it looks like the enemies here aren't actually frozen, but the resistance reduction still takes effect.
Yeah, that's really important. As long as her elemental skill or burst hits an enemy, the reduction takes effect. The enemy doesn't need to be frozen. That means the talent works on bosses and other unfreezable enemies.
Wow,
Se acabó el
so
meme.
it seems like any character that deals
¿Varka será que
hydro or
vence a Varka?
cryo
Pues
damage
es
can
probable,
benefit from
sí.
that talent.
Parece que sí, ¿no? Entonces
I
le
can definitely
llama
see her being a
barbatos, ¿no?
powerful support in freeze teams.
Nunca he visto 20
but
barbatos de
Escoffier is
tirón,
not just
tío.
a support. She can dish out damage as well. With an actual dish.
No way.
Yeah, and when Escoffier unleashes her elemental skill, she summons a cooking mech to the field that follows the active character and periodically fires projectiles at nearby enemies, dealing cryo damage.
Wow.
So
Un
with
poquito
her
de
ability to shred resistance, she basically
Y
buffs
es el
her
más
own
cercano, ¿no?
damage.
No es aleatorio.
In addition, her elemental
sea,
burst
se mantiene
restores
así.
HP to the entire party.
No lo han
Incredible.
cambiado.
Okay, so she can buff the party, dish out
Ferminé.
damage, and heal.
Eso es, mi Freminé.
Sounds like
Eso
she's
es.
pretty
Venga,
versatile.
tú puedes.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
bonito.
thanks to a different talent,
Freminé,
she has
tío.
another ability that really showcases her skills as a chef. If you hold her elemental skill, the cooking mech she summons can absorb elemental
Su
energy
cura es notable,
and
sí,
convert
es
it
buena.
into a delicious
O sea, es
dish.
healer.
Oh, I've never seen a talent like that before.
Okay, so you don't even have to prepare the ingredients yourself?
Madre mía, cara.
Bro, that's awesome.
Yeah, and plus she can produce several kinds of dishes this way.
Well, that will be so fun to check out
Que
in
no
game.
mata.
Totally.
Pues
So
eso es el
take
año que
note
hace
of this
Escoffier.
next piece of news, travellers. In the first half of version 5.6, we'll have event wishes
Pues
for
sí.
Escoffier and Navia. A new 5-star polearm, Symphonist
Tiene
of
pinta de-
Sense, will be featured on the weapon banner.
A ver, a ver,
Our
a ver,
new
a ver, a ver.
4-star character,
Ey,
Epha, will
Epha
also enjoy a
también.
drop rate boost on the first half
Pues sí.
banners.
Epha, no way, bro.
Epha en
I
el banner
think
de
that's my
Escoffier.
line, but I couldn't have said it better myself.
Y segunda mitad lo dicen.
And another bit of really
Ojo,
exciting
¿se
news
repite?
is that travellers will get to spend more time with these two in the new version.
Wait,
¿A qué
who
te
are you
refieres?
talking about?
Okay, take a look at this clip and you'll see.
All eyes are on me. Lowly
Madre
servants,
mía.
behold, the almighty Dragon Lord's magnificence. The heck
Se ha
are you
repetido.
on about?
A ver, todavía no está confirmado, ¿no?
Why does no one ask for the autograph
A lo
of
mejor
the
no hay
almighty
Raiden.
Dragon Lord?
Se han equivocado.
Oh wow! No way, bro. What?
No way, bro.
Little. Oh dear! Oh dear! Do you even hear yourself, bro?
Bro.
How
¿Cómo
dare
habla?
you? You insolent, contemptuous Huh? What are you on about? No way, bro.
¿Qué está pasando?
Seriously? Seriously?
¿Qué
Do
dicen?
you
Que
even
no entiendo.
hear yourself,
No entiendo
bro?
nada.
Darn it. Oh, wow. No way, bro. Do you even hear yourself, bro? You're hopeless. The almighty Dragon Lord, Kahulao! His wisdom is wasted on you.
¿Pero qué está pasando?
No way, bro. See you later.
¿Qué es esto? ¿Qué es esto? No entiendo. No entiendo nada.
Oh, you meant Kukuku and a how. Wow, I feel like those two could argue
¿Qué ha sido eso?
forever.
¿Por qué han puesto eso?
Dude, you don't know the half of
Vale.
it.
Interesante.
Hang in there, bro.
You too, huh? Man, this bro thing is really
Eso es lo
taking
que
off.
pasa cuando puedes con un
well,
perico.
Kukuku is just that infectious. So, travelers met Epha in the previous version, but since we now have the chance to add him to our parties, want to give us a formal introduction, Johnny?
I thought you never asked, Jane. Absolutely. As most of you probably know, Epha is a Saurian vet from the Flower Feather clan. In that land, humans and Saurians live and fight side by side. Saurians get sick and hurt just like everyone else. So Saurian vets do a very important job in that land.
Okay.
And
El
Epha
veterinario.
is a really good one. In fact, you've probably heard of some of his accomplishments already. Like how he saved Kukuku's life, and now, of course, Kukuku works as his trusty
Aw.
Yeah,
assistant.
Epha is practically a miracle worker. I heard Ahau got sick one time, so Kanish took him to Epha for treatment, and what do you know? Ahau was better in like 2 seconds. Imagine that.
Sounds like Epha really knows his stuff. I wonder if he can treat all kinds of dragons, like even ones from other nations.
I guess, in theory.
Ah, por Nubilet,
yeah,
claro.
I don't see why not.
Claro,
Plus, if
por
it
eso
was an
estaba en
emergency,
Fontaine
Cuckoo
y
could
por eso
help
del
you get there in
apuñalamiento,
no
¿no?
time.
Porque apuñalan a
I
Nubilet
heard the flower
y entonces tienen que
feather clan is known
llamar
for
a un
riding
veterinario de
cuckoo sauce.
dragones. Ah,
This
ahora
is less
entiendo.
riding and more
Claro, es por
dangling,
eso.
isn't it?
Hey, this is a Cuckoo appreciation zone only, all right? But seriously, just wait until you see him
Claro.
sprint. He spreads out those huge wings, and it's super awesome. Oh, and
Le
while
habrá
we're on the
apuñalado.
subject, if there are any travelers who haven't done the part of the Ochkanatlan
Tartagas.
World Quest where you chase down the evil dragon, try it out with Epha. It'll be a completely different kind of flying experience.
Yeah,
Wow.
I see that. Although it looks more like Epha is chasing down a patient for a checkup.
Yeah.
Es la misión,
So,
¿no?
okay, what else can Eva do in combat?
Well, Epha is an Animo Vision user with a lot of tricks up his sleeve. For example,
No, jamás,
when
Lita, no.
faced with aggressive
Sí que Winnie
enemies,
no puede.
Epha can unleash his elemental burst and fire a therapeutic sedative, creating a wind current
Rotísimo.
that
Mira, mira,
pulls
mira.
in and
Buah.
restrains enemies.
Como Venti, ¿eh?
Yeah, of course, as Epha's good bro,
Literal.
Kukuku also helps him out in combat. With Epha's elemental skill, Kukuku lifts him into the air, giving him an aerial advantage in combat. And while in this
Sí,
state,
en Envy.
Epha can continuously fire tonic shots, which deal
El
animo
V de
damage
Dahlia
upon
en
impact
Dancing,
and
ok.
restore
Lo
HP
vemos,
to
lo
the
vemos,
entire
lo vemos,
party.
lo vemos.
Oh, nice. So, what kind of team comps work best with Epha?
Well, to answer that, we should introduce one of his talents first. When Epha is in the Night Soul's blessing state, he can use his Field Medic's vision to increase swirl and
Buah,
electrocharge
qué foto más mala de
damage based
presentación.
on the total amount of Night Soul points across the entire party.
Okay, so he works well with characters that can trigger swirl and electrocharged reactions. And characters that can generate
Bueno,
night
no,
soul
no
points.
conozco ninguno
He
de
seems
los
like
que
a
ponen aquí
really
de la voz.
flexible unit.
Yeah, he is. Plus,
Sí,
in
súper
areas with
flexible.
Natlan's phlogiston mechanics, if your current active character or indwelled Saurian's HP drops below a certain percent, Epha can consume his own phlogiston to heal them.
Nice, putting those medical skills to use. His
¿Y qué tal,
kit
Libiumo?
seems
¿Está
really
bien?
intuitive, and he helps with exploration. I feel like exploring the sacred volcano will be a lot easier with Kukuku to dangle from.
De nadie
What
se
can I
entera,
say?
te recomiendo.
He
Después
is
que me
a
le pongo un
helpful
segundo
little
hidro.
guy.
Pues que me
Now,
le ponía
moving on
Chan.
to our next bit of news.
Puedes utilizar a
A new
Chanjun
boss is
como
coming in version
sustituta de
5.6,
Venen.
the Secret Source Automaton Overseer device. Travelers will
Depende
need
del
to
tono.
defeat it to obtain ascension materials for
Es
Escoffier.
mejor que Zuga C2 o similar.
I feel like we've faced something like this before.
That's because this boss has the same origins as the Secret Source Automaton configuration device from version 5.1. Both are pieces of ancient dragon technology.
They almost seem like two parts of one terrifying monster.
Okay, Jane, let's, this is where we should wrap this part up, I think, because travelers can search for their own answers to this in-game. Now, let's kick off the event portion.
Oh, wow. There are Natlan characters
Oh.
in Fontaine?
Ah, mira.
Is it because of a festival or something?
Not a
El
festival,
Arcopocho
an
ese.
amusement park organized by Navia and the Spina di Rasula.
Ooh.
Auroron and Epha are there to deliver Natlan produce for the event. But it's not all veggies and good times, unfortunately.
No se le
Against the
llega a ver el
backdrop
otro
of the
ojo bien, ¿eh?
festivities, a smuggling case is
Aquí por lo
uncovered,
menos.
leading Kanich and Risley to cross paths.
A Saurian hunter and a prison warden. Sounds like a fun pairing.
Yeah, right? I actually have a few sneak peeks to
Escribe la
share, so
parte de
let's
abajo.
take a look.
Weird. Why is Ahau cowering behind Kanich? I would have thought he was too proud for that. Oh, wait. It must be because of Fontaine's ban on flying objects.
Exactly. Ahau and Kukuku made the journey all the way to Fontaine and happened to arrive just in time for the ban.
Ugh.
Ahau was able to hide, but Kukuku got scared and flew straight into the Palais Mermonia. Auroron thinks Kukuku will manage to send all of the important documents in the Palais flying
Es
around the
verdad,
building.
es verdad.
Oh,
Existía esa
no.
ley.
That can't
Ay,
end
no,
well.
Millet.
Well, what about Epha? Isn't he going to come to Kukuku's rescue?
Don't worry, with Nervalet and Risley there, Kukuku's in good hands. Plus, he
Kukuku.
might even learn a new phrase or two. Hey, check it out. Risley managed to teach him one. Anyone want to guess what it is?
Sí,
I don't really
algo
know
del té,
what it
seguro.
could be.
Algo del té.
I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see. Anyway, I wanted to point out there are two dragons in this picture. So, does that mean Nervalet could, like, interpret for Kukuku? You know, dragon to dragon. Oh, I can't wait to see how their interactions go.
Honestly, I can't even picture it, but I just know it's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah, there's nothing we can say that beats the real thing. So, if you're interested, be sure to check out all the shenanigans in-game. And trust me, there are a lot of them. Always makes me laugh. Now, on to the actual amusement park. Let me give you some background. It's called the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland, and it's the brainchild of a well-known engineer and film buff with the Spina di Rasula in charge of the financing, construction, and general operations.
Oh, Lapine Pauline is back. Didn't she almost go bankrupt after basing her research on that fake story? I hope her investment pays off this time.
Well, if the traveler agrees to come on board, Lapine Pauline might be in a better position.
Come on board? Why are my fraud alarm bells
Venga,
ringing?
venga. Sigan.
It's not like that. If you don't trust Lapine Pauline, yeah, okay. Her track record isn't great,
que le pongan
but
a
at least
Dahlia.
trust Cheval Moran and the Spina di Rasula.
If you say so.
Como el set de
And
Cocomi.
how do we make sure
Más bien
we
como la
don't
última
run
de
it
evento que
into the
dieron, que hace un
ground?
golpe físico de
Well,
vida.
if the
El
traveler agrees
catalizador.
to come on board, Lapine Pauline might be in a better position.
Wait, so this is a management sim? Okay,
Gracias,
tell
Tito, por el
me
agua.
everything.
You got it, bro. Travelers will be in charge of operations like upgrading the facilities, expanding the park, and managing the staff. During each business cycle, travelers will need to
Eso estaba
allocate their
guay.
precious funds and action points to the most important tasks based on their management needs.
And plus, Navia recruited Master Chef Escoffier to run the park's theme restaurant. Woo! The dishes she creates can give you unique management buffs, so don't miss out.
Absolutely. You can also increase your revenue by adding different kinds of attractions. For example, in Eclectic Escapades, visitors can experience unforgettable adventures where they fly through the air or dash underwater at high speeds.
Wow.
Or there's movie masterpieces where you have to use special abilities to reach the end of the stage and seize the treasure. Before launching these attractions, travelers will need to try them out and create a standardized strategy guide for each one so that visitors understand how to get the most out of the experience.
Nice.
Oh, and travelers can also add an attraction called Mellow Manor, where they can create a cozy retreat for different animals to draw in visitors and increase revenue.
Me siento
And
gritando la
travelers can
censura cuando
also
vuelas.
recruit some familiar faces to help run the park. Among the recruits are Fontainian companions and friends
Bueno,
from other
vamos a ver
nations
esto que es más
too.
interesante.
Yeah, that's right. By completing friendly encounters, travelers can learn useful management techniques from their companions. Eventually, these companions will become fixtures at the park and provide even more management support. So, long story short, don't worry too much. You don't have to go it alone.
Okay, yeah, that doesn't sound too bad.
And plus, once you get down to business, you'll be rewarded for your efforts.
Ooh, do tell.
Oh, I
La ropa
will.
es muy
Reach a certain
similar, pero
point in
como
the
con colores
operations
como
and you'll be able
invertidos.
to claim all sorts of rewards, including primo gems and a new 4-star bow.
Es que no sé cuál me gusta
Sequence
más.
of
Recuerda la
Solitude.
parte de abajo.
Awesome! More primo gems to save for your next pull. Which reminds me,
Muy elegante.
we still haven't finished announcing the event wishes, have we?
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry to
Ojo,
keep
¿quién
you
es
in
Raiden?
suspense, travelers.
¿Quién es
In the
Raiden?
second
Pues
half
sí,
of version
repitieron.
5.6,
¿Ves? Todo el mundo me
we'll
llamó
have
loco.
returning event wishes for Knight
Todo el
and
mundo
a
me llamó
Raiden
loco.
Shogun.
Nice.
Se repite
Plus, the
Raiden
Chronicled
Phoenix.
Wish banner will be returning in version 5.6. I know a lot of travelers have been waiting for that, so check it out if you're interested.
Yeah, you have to. And best of luck on your polls.
Espera, ¿qué?
All right. That was a lot of info.
What
so
the
let's
fuck?
take our first break. Here's the second redemption code, travelers.
What the fuck? ¿Tan pronto? Recopilatorio de Inazuma. Bueno, pone Chef Escoffier. Chef Escoffier pone. Lo predijiste. ¿No puse nada de los torbellinos? No me ha dado tiempo a pensar, la verdad. ¡Ostras! Buen banner, ¿no? El primero de los recopilatorios que no es horrible, creo. ¿Eso entra en sorpresa final? Venga, dale. Te lo compro.
The Windbloom Festival.
¡Ay! ¿Otra
Once
vez?
a celebration of flowers,
Ay,
now
Lisa.
shrouded in unease.
¿Hambre? ¡Ah! ¡Otra vez! ¡Ay, Hydra! Vale.
Why
Confirmado
is
Hydra.
Albedo on trial? Who is the young man in the courtroom? And is he friend?
Eula. ¡Ay, míralo!
Oh.
¡Ay, qué bonito es!
What tidings does the Dodo communication device bring this time? The answers to these questions and more in the version 5.6 Archon Quest.
¡Ay!
Nice
¿Lo
voice.
hemos visto? No, una
Ah,
más.
shucks, thanks.
So, we finally make it back to Mondstadt, and Albedo's on
Dos
trial.
veces.
I know, I don't even know what to think. But something tells me there's more to this situation than meets the eye.
Well, I've put together some information
Pues sí,
about
ahora
the
queda que
case.
sea buffer de velocidad de
Let's go
ataque.
through it and see if we can uncover some new clues. So, here's the deal. Albedo's been accused of murder and unlawful disposal of human remains, and the case is being tried in secret. The logistics captain of the Knights of Favonius, Hertha, seems to have compelling evidence against Albedo.
Vaya,
so the
vaya.
situation is serious.
Ha matado a
I'm
Eula y a
sure
Kaella
Hertha is
y
just
los ha
trying to do her
enterrado.
job and uncover the truth.
Damn.
But there has to be some kind of misunderstanding here.
Well, in court, the evidence does the talking. Travelers will have access to Albedo's office on the second floor of headquarters to do their own investigation into the case and
Se la enterró a
hopefully
Kaella.
track down some clues.
So
¿Cómo
I
llegas a
saw
esa
Jean,
conclusión?
Kaya,
Es broma,
and
hombre.
Jula in the courtroom, all members of the Knights of Favonius, which
¿Será el
makes
Albedo Sus
sense.
otra vez?
But it looked like someone from the church was
Ay.
also there.
Oh, that's Dahlia. He's the deacon of the Church of Favonius, so he works with Barbara, Rosaria, and the other members of the clergy.
Por fin
Dahlia
han
acts as
arreglado
the
el
Herald
género.
of Barbados, which is interesting.
El Heraldo
because
de
he's also
Barbados.
friends with Venti.
Yeah,
Vaya,
very
es amigo de
interesting.
Venti.
He sounds like a very important figure, though.
Sospechoso.
Speaking of Venti, the Dodo communication device is
Porque ya sale dos
back in
veces.
this quest. At some point, Venti needs it to get in
Lo
touch
sabe,
with
lo
Alice.
sabe.
But on the first attempt, the line connects to Grandmaster
¿Se conecta con Varka?
instead. It's only on the second try that he manages to reach Alice.
Whoa, hold on.
Ali,
You
bueno,
just
bueno,
dropped
bueno,
two
bueno, bueno,
major
bueno, bueno,
names.
bueno, 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 bueno.
Varka has been on an expedition
Bueno,
for a
bueno,
long
bueno.
time. Sounds like we finally get to hear how
Vamos
he's
a ver
doing.
cómo está por fin.
As for Alice, we know she's the mother of the most
¿Y Alice?
adorable Klee and
Fundadora
an
de la
elder of the
Aquelarre.
Hexen Circle. But I wonder why Venti needs to get in touch with her.
Uy, 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 uy.
Wait, could it be because of the monsters in the city?
Oh, you know what? In Amber's anthology chapter, she did say the number of monsters around Mondstadt has been
Ostras.
skyrocketing lately.
Ostras.
Right, and now there are even more monsters in the city.
Lore de
maybe
las
Venti is
anécdotas.
reaching out to Alice for help.
I think you two are onto something.
La es que yo tampoco
If we
sabía
take
que
a
Alice
look at this
fundó la
map,
Aquelarre.
we can
Ha dicho,
see
sabemos
that
que Alice
a lot
fundó la
of
Aquelarre,
our
pero la
old
es que yo
friends
no
have
lo
joined in
sabía.
on the fight to
No me
defend
acordaba de eso.
Mondstadt.
Wow, this is kind of emotional. Mondstadt was the beginning of everything. It's the place where travelers met their first companions and embarked on this whole journey. And now it's in crisis.
No sé dónde lo ponía eso,
Hopefully
la verdad.
travelers can do something to stop it.
Oh, they can,
Qué guay, la
but it won't be an easy road. Alice can offer something to help, but travelers will need to pass a trial first and defeat the king and queen on the chessboard.
O sea, hay que
Anything
derrotarlos
to defend
como
Mondstadt.
prueba para
I'm
Alice.
sure travelers aren't scared of a
What?
little trial.
Okay. Then let's take a look at what awaits them.
Este boss es muy guay. Lo he visto casi nada, pero está súper guay.
Alice will preside over the first phase of the trial. The
Alice
trial
perseguirá.
takes place on a chessboard, but the rules of chess don't exactly apply. Look closely and you'll notice some of the pieces on the board can harm the king. Travelers can use that to their
Cool.
advantage to create an opening and dish out damage. But in the second phase, there are no chess pieces to use. Travelers will need to rely on their own strength to emerge victorious.
It looks like there's a different Dodoko presiding over the second phase. One wearing a blue hat. Is that a different mage from the Hexen Circle?
Ooh, I wonder which one.
¿Quién
Well,
podría
travelers
ser?
will have to uncover
Bárbaro,
that for
¿no?
themselves. As for the
Es
second
semanal, sí.
phase of the trial, let me offer a quick piece of advice. The boss has some extremely powerful attacks, but freeze reactions can help you
Claro,
create an
congelado, ¿no?
opening.
Maybe
Hay que
jot
vender a
that one
Escoffier.
down for later, travellers. So, we know there's murder, an attack on Mondstadt, a Hex and Circle trial, but we have no idea how all of this is connected. Seems like there's a lot for travellers to uncover. You know, if you think about it, first Natlan had a crisis with the ley
Oye,
lines
oye,
that
buena
almost ended in
versión,
death.
Buena versión,
Then, a similar crisis happens in Liyue, and now Mondstadt is in danger. I can't help but wonder if this is all some kind of terrible omen.
Yeah, but look on the bright side. It's another chance for answers. Maybe we'll uncover new clues about forces we've encountered before, or what we can expect on the road ahead.
Or maybe we'll even get one step closer to the truth of Teyvat.
Yeah, and then travelers can give us all the answers.
Yeah, I think we're gonna leave all that hard work to you guys.
All right, okay, well, let's lighten things up and dive into
Vale,
the
más
remaining
eventos.
version 5.6 events.
Yes.
First up on the docket is an event that brings us back to Fontaine, where travellers can test out
es
their
esta?
tactical brilliance in the new wargame, Operation Damport Simulation.
Bueno,
Dude, nice.
otra simulación de
Oh,
estas.
I know. This wargame comes with all new offensive
Jo,
and defensive
Clash of
gameplay.
Clans, ¿no?
The key to success is really understanding your
Clash
game
Royale.
pieces.
Okay, what do you mean?
Well, for example, is it a melee or ranged
Bueno,
attack
Lemby,
piece?
bueno,
Can
sí.
it quickly break through obstacles or maybe even bypass them entirely? Once you feel like you know what you're doing, you can test out your skills in co-op. The actual gameplay is pretty simple. What this
Viva la
event
coca.
really
¿Te
tests
gustan
is
los cocos?
strategy. For example, when adjusting your defensive lineup, you can even set traps for your opponent.
I see a button
Pongan
called
Dahlia.
Defensive Simulation. Looks like we can use it to test out our
Quiero volver a verla.
strategies.
That's right. And once you set the defensive and offensive lineup that works best for you, the battle is ready to begin.
Yeah.
And while your opponent tries to break through your defenses, your job is to use your
No sé
chosen
vestir.
offensive lineup to
Ah, Lore
outmaneuver
de las
their
Brujas, es verdad.
strategy.
Lore de las Brujas
The
también.
side that breaks the opposing formation first or makes greater progress within the time limit wins.
Wow.
Okay, so it sounds like it all comes down to strategy.
Dahlia es un diácono.
All right, so get tactical, travelers.
Now, if that last event was mostly about brain power, this next one is all about firepower.
Let's go.
Okay, let's take a look at the gameplay. Think this is a simple
Ay, no.
battle for coins?
Otra vez.
Ha, well, think again. Players will have the opportunity to indwell Saurians at certain points. Use their abilities to your advantage, and you might be able to turn
¿Pero
the
qué te
tides
gusta
in your
mucho,
favor.
Portal?
This looks so fun. You could just stay in Saurian form the whole time and blast all the other players away.
Oh, if only. The Saurian form only lasts so long. But even in human form, you'll have Natlan character skills at your
Ay,
disposal.
gordita.
So the goal is to collect as many coins as possible to secure victory.
Nice, bro. So, this next event is called
Nice, bro.
Chronicle of Shifting Stratagems. I'm sure at this point in their journey, travelers have gained their fair share of companions and have tested out their skills in a variety of different situations. But maybe there's a character you want to learn more about, like Escoffier, for example.
Sí,
Let's
Panda,
say
ha
you
sido
want
un
to
poco
test out
exagerado.
her potential in different
Muy bien,
team
Ewoco.
comps.
Muy bien, muy
Then,
bien.
I highly recommend
Salvo
trying out this event.
Evento este.
Chronicle of Shifting
Evento coach.
Stratagems gives travelers the opportunity to study and test out
Si hay
different
collab,
team
si hay collab
compositions.
hacemos línea.
The event is divided into different levels of difficulty, and there are also challenge buffs to take advantage of, so make sure to take that into account when forming your teams. Travelers can also take a look at the challenge record and see how
Aunque
their
sea collab
friends
de estas de
approached
un
each
acuario o
challenge.
algo así. Pues.
Could provide some food for thought.
Nice. Sounds like the perfect excuse to do some
Lo de Brujas
experimentation
Marquez, sí.
and think outside the box.
Indeed.
All right, moving on to some Genius Invocation TCG updates. First, a new card skin will be added to the card shop, so check it out if you're interested. Travelers can also look forward to new character and action cards added to regular mode.
Nice. More food for the card sharks.
There are also
Bueno,
some
TCG.
major updates to automatic artistry.
He bostezado sin
So in
querer,
addition to the character and action card updates, the elemental reaction effects are different.
Yeah.
Vol-
And during
¿Cómo
the
que
match,
volvemos?
there's now a card
Volvemos.
refresh option as well as mechanisms for character
volver?
enhancement and replacement. So the gameplay should be even more engaging.
Pongo a Dahlia.
Travelers
Voy.
might even be able to come up with some new strategies and surprise their opponents with unexpected moves.
That's right, and finally, the Ley Line Overflow event is returning in version 5.6, so don't miss out.
We won't, and let's take our last break. When we return, we'll talk system
el
optimizations
por dos
and a cool
este.
collab. See you on the other
Increíble.
side, travelers.
Bye.
Anda, mira. Bueno, Epha, pone Epha. Ha dicho super collab. Ay, ha dicho collab, pero no, sí. O sea, no. ¿Cómo collab? ¿Qué ha dicho? Ahora hablan de optimizaciones. Ah, vale, que ahora viene. Vale, ok. ¿Se viene collab entonces? Super collab. Super collab tiene pinta o que es de un museo, ¿no? O de otra línea de comida basura. ¿Qué creéis? ¿Cuál de las dos?
Welcome back, travelers!
Welcome back.
Welcome! Let's jump right into system optimizations. Some travellers provided feedback that the brilliant blessing enhancement process in the Imaginarium Theatre was a bit confusing, which
Vale,
made it difficult to level up strategically and optimize character turn order. So, in the version 5.6 update,
Van a
the dev team
mejorar
has made
el
the
menú.
brilliant blessing details page a lot more intuitive, which should make it easier for travellers to make strategic level up decisions.
Nice.
Yeah, and in addition, rewards will be available for completing the star challenges in the new season of the Imaginarium Theater that begins on June 1st.
Ay, nuevas
You know what
recompensas.
would be nice?
Vamos a tener una
A
botellita
restart
de estas
button after
al
the
mes.
final act. As it stands right now, finishing the final act takes you directly to the credits, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if you just missed that last star challenge? That would be such a bummer.
Yeah, the dev team has received that feedback as well, so a restart button is also being added to
Y
the
se
new
podrá
update.
reiniciar
Oh,
let's
nice.
el
go.
último
That
nivel.
should make it easier to get
Me
full
vale.
stars. Alright, so this next update addresses another common problem. Travelers have probably noticed that when you go to raise a character's skills, the skill descriptions can be pretty long and dense.
Yeah, I mean, it's understandable. It's
No le
important
gusta
for
que
travelers to
los
have all the
talentos sean tan
details.
largos de
But
escribir.
it's
Así
also
que
easy to get bogged down in the weeds, so this is something the dev team has been working on. Starting in version 5.6, the descriptions on the talent and
Mira.
constellation pages for new characters will be optimized to be
Increíble.
more concise, so it's easier for travelers to grasp the core information.
todavía
Of
más
course,
corto ahora.
travelers who prefer to dive into all the details can always expand the content for a more comprehensive description.
Nice. Sorting through all that information should be a lot faster now.
Totally.
Bueno, está bien.
Our next optimization
Está
is for
bien.
the treasure compass. Travellers provided feedback that while attempting to complete Natlan's warrior challenges, it was difficult to
No, sí
locate
está
where to
bien.
pick up the
Ha dicho que
quests.
no.
So, after the version 5.6 update, the treasure compass can now track those locations.
Woo!
Yeah, they can. Warrior challenges are important because that's how you get obsidian fragments,
Vale.
which you can use to unlock tribal secret spaces, right?
Mejoran la
It would be
brújula,
nice
ya lo
if the treasure
sabíamos eso.
compass could track those too.
It can! And once your exploration
expresión.
progress
¿El
is
qué?
high enough, the treasure compass will be able to pinpoint the location of tribal secret spaces as well. Similarly, at a high enough exploration progress, more chests from various nations can also be located using the
Ya
treasure
meten los presets.
compass.
Oh,
Sí,
nice.
lo acaban de anunciar
That should
justo
really
ahora.
help travelers that are stuck at 99% exploration progress.
Map pins have also been optimized. Starting in version
Sí, ahora,
5.6, travelers can now delete custom pins in batches.
Ooh, that should make it a lot easier to
Se
start
puede borrar
fresh if
todo a la
you're
vez.
someone who really likes to
Boom.
go ham with the markers.
Definitely. Well, that wraps up our system optimizations. So now it's time for some out-of-game news.
Vale, a ver, fuera del
That's
juego.
right.
O sea, es una
First, we have
colapocha.
some exciting collaboration news to share. Genshin
Charlotte
Impact is partnering
Tilbury.
with the global beauty brand Charlotte
Increíble.
Tilbury to launch 2 limited edition sets.
Increíble
So,
collab, la verdad.
let's watch
Bueno,
the
hemos
preview
tenido.
trailer for the collaboration.
¿OwO?
Yeah.
Muchas gracias, Siu, por arrancarte ese Hugo por segundo mes. Estaré cuidando con mucho gusto, mucho amor y no te arrepentirás. Muchas gracias, Iu, muchas gracias. Eres la primera vez que hacemos línea, creo. Rega una bendición, ¿no? Bueno. Fantástico. Super guay. Increíble.
But I have even more news. In
Oh.
addition, Genshin Impact's third Natlan OST album, Radiance of Flame, is coming soon. Yeah, the album contains various tracks composed by the OwO Mix team for the Collective of Plenty and other regions, so stay tuned for the drop.
Awesome.
Oh, it's gonna be amazing. The music's gonna be so cool.
So
You know it.
beautiful.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, let me check my scroll here. Yeah, that's all the information I have about version
¿Eso es
5.6.
todo?
Yeah, me too. What about you, Jane?
I am just so excited to uncover
El
more
juicio de
about the
Albedo.
Albedo trial mystery and to defeat the new boss on the chessboard.
And I can't wait for you all to meet Escoffier. It's been so much fun working with her, and I just think you're gonna love her.
And to follow that up, Epha is finally playable, and of course he's gonna have Kukuku right by his side, but the mini-games are always so fun and creative. Oh, just can't
Absolutely.
wait.
Venga, termina
Well,
ya, anda.
That's it for the version 5.6
Vale, venga, venga, venga,
special
venga,
program. A new adventure awaits. I hope it brings with it new friendships, new answers, and a whole lot of fun. And with that, all there's left to say is, see you in game, travelers. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
See ya!
Bueno, pues no he oído Skirt. ¡Ojo! Ah, espera. ¡El 30! ¡El 30! El 30. Actualización el 30 parece, ¿no? Qué raro, ¿no? ¿O qué es esto? ¿O esa parte? ¿O no, no es el evento? ¿Es el evento de las lunas o no? ¿Sí? Pero qué raro, ¿no era...? ¿5 días? Es verdad, venga, lo tacho. ¿Podrías poner de nuevo